So here we are live now. Good evening, everybody. This is Rohini Jayanti from Story Pond, and I welcome all of you to today's Share a Story event. Yes, what are we going through right now during this time of pandemic, during this COVID, wherein there is a lot of chaos all around us and negativity cropping up within our minds? So, what is required at this point of time is a positive thought, a positive emotion, a positive feeling that creates a small ray of hope in all of us to see a new beginning, a brightened tomorrow. Is it not? Yes. So, here to create that positive aura, that positive environment all around, the little battalion is coming at Story Pond to share their stories on positive emotions. How beautiful to listen, to see them, to watch them, and to encourage them, and to take that positivity within us too and move on, right? So, before I begin the show, I just want to sing those few lines of a song which I had been singing since my childhood, that to fight the battle and to come out of it and to think and to tell everybody that this phase will move on or shall pass on. We shall overcome, we shall overcome, we shall overcome someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. I want to sing this, repeat this again with all my little champs. Can you please unmute yourself and sing along with me?
Yes,
Start.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, start.
Yes,
We
ma'am.
shall overcome.
We shall overcome someday.
Oh, deep in my heart,
Oh,
I do believe we shall overcome someday. Excellent, excellent. That was an amazing start, a beautiful start. But before I get into the show, I have a guest for today. Do you want to know who it is? Who he is?
Yes.
Ooh,
Mr. Teddy.
Balu the bear. He has been my friend. Hello, children. How are you all doing?
I'm fine.
I'm super excited.
We all are fine.
I'm super excited to listen to your stories. And before we start the stories, Rohini auntie, where is she? Meri Didi? Scooby Dooby Doo? Mrudula Didi, where are you?
Here I am.
आ गई Mrudula Didi, आ गई. So we have Mrudula as our co-host today. So welcome Mrudula, welcome to the show.
So hello everyone, welcome to the Share a Story event with me Mridula. So now I'm going to introduce our first storyteller and he is Abhijit. So hello Abhijit.
Hello.
So are you ready to narrate your story?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, so the screen is all yours. All the best.
Hello everyone. My name is Abhijit. I'm studying 7th class in St. Aloysius High School. Today my topic is helping others. Helping others is very important in our life. Helping others is also very good. We all must help as much as possible and we can get many benefits. We all do something in life to strive to move forward, but in that we all do help when is needed. Our gurus help us to gain knowledge. Our friends help us when needed. Our relatives help everywhere when is needed. Charities are organizations that help others. For example, UNICEF. Volunteering. Volunteering is when you give your money or time to help others. Cleaning up a park is one of the examples of volunteering. Fundraising. Fundraising is when you collect money to help others. For example, making a cakes or biscuits to sell. Donating. Donating is when you give your things to donate others. For example, giving your old books to a library. So friends, I want to tell a live example of helping others about Mr. Sonu Sood. I think all are aware of him. So let's start. Sonu Sood. Sonu Sood is an Indian film actor. He born on 30 May 1973. He helped many of the people in the pandemic situation. Some of these examples are he gave a tractor to a family. He gave a tractor to a family, and he helped thousands of Indian migrant workers, stranded Indian migrant workers, to reach them homes by arranging special trains, buses, and chartered flights for them. In July 2020, he arranged a chartered flight to bring here over 1,500 Indian students stranded in Kyrgyzstan. Charity during the pandemic was hailed, and he was hailed as a real life hero. On his birthday, he launched a website and app called Pravasi Rojgan to help migrant workers to find suitable jobs. In 2021, Sonu Sood has provided much needed oxygen plants and cylinders for COVID-19 patients. Sonu Sood had founded the Sood Foundation to help people of our statue. Thank you.
That was a beautiful message that you have conveyed through your story, Abhijit. Really very nice. Yes, especially during this time of pandemic, there are many lives out there who are struggling, without even having lacking basic necessities. It is very important to lend a supporting hand to all of them as much as we can. That was really a beautiful start to begin this particular session on a note that kindness and sharing during this time of COVID is very important. Thank you so much, Abhijit. Thank you.
Thank you.
And whom do we have next, Mridula?
Yeah, so that was a wonderful story, Abhijit. So next, we have another amazing storyteller, and she is Vedanvita. So Vedanvita, the screen is all yours. All the best.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Vedanvita. I'm in 3rd grade. My story for today is The Bird with Golden Wings. Once upon a time, there lived a girl called Rohini. Rohini's mother worked in a merchant shop and earned some money in return. One day, Rohini's mother brought some grains and asked her to guard them as she left to work. After some time, a sparrow passing by asked Rohini, "May I have few grains, please?" Rohini said, "Sure, you may have some." The sparrow flew away happily. Then a crow came by and asked her, "May I take few grains, please?" Rohini said, "Sure, you may have some." A little later, a bird with golden wings came to Rohini and asked, "May I have few grains, please?" Rohini said, "Sure, you may have some." The bird was very hungry and ate all the grains. Rohini was sad, thinking her mother will be angry with her. The bird with golden wings offered to take her to its house. Rohini said, "Okay, I will come, but I should return before my mother comes back." She followed the bird and reached a huge banyan tree. The bird flew up to the golden house on the tree and asked Rohini, "What ladder do you want?" Rohini only knew one type of ladder, "A bamboo ladder, please." She climbed up the ladder and saw everything was golden. The bird asked, "What plate do you want?" Rohini knew only one type of plate, "A banana leaf, please," she said, and ate food, realized it was late. She told the bird, I have to go home. My mom will be searching for me. The bird said, Oh, wait, I need to give you something. The bird arranged 3 boxes, small one, a medium one, and a large one. The bird asked Rohini to pick one. Rohini picked the small box and went back home. Her mom was searching for her when she saw Rohini with a small box. She inquired about the box and reminded Rohini about not accepting anything from strangers. Rohini shared everything with her mom. Her mom was surprised and said, Rohini, stop imagining things. Rohini insisted that it's not an imagination and it's true. When they opened it, the box was full of money, which was sufficient to start a business. Soon they became rich and lived in a big house. The bird with golden wings was now their pet. They lived happily together. Kindness makes love visible. I took this story from Sudha Murthy's short story. Thank you.
Oh, that was such a sweet rendition, Vedanvita. That was so cute. And in fact, I'm so happy that you have been calling out me a couple of times, Rohini, Rohini, Rohini. Thank you so much for such a beautiful story on kindness, Vedanvita. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So now do we know who is the next storyteller? So now our next young storyteller is Kashyap. So Kashyap, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Yeah, so you can begin.
Good evening, good morning, respected principal, sir, teachers, and all my dear friends. My name is Krishna Kashyap from class 4B1, and today I'll tell you a story about the king and the beggar. We all pray to God for His mercy. His mercy goes to kind people. Once upon a time, a king who ruled a country. He has no sons to succeed him. He sent notices to his country people for an interview. The young poor man read the notice for an interview. He wear his coat because no one will not see his dirty clothes, along some food and a little money. He go to the king's palace. He saw a beggar under a tree, shivering in cold. He stripped his coat off and offered it to the beggar, along some food. The beggar was happy and thanked the young man. The young man go to the palace with dirty clothes. The king's servant take him to the king's hall. The young man bowed at the king. The king was surprised to see the beggar. The king understand the young man was kindness. He act like a beggar to test people. Character, kindness, and sacrifice. The moral of the story. Kindness is very important. God will bless kind people. Thank you and have a nice day.
Thank you so much, Kashyap. I'm really so happy today that, children who are narrating stories here are all not trained storytellers. But, the fact is that they are coming out, they are sharing their thoughts, and they want to contribute their part through storytelling, a beautiful message to elders and to people all around. That is really wonderful. Thank you so much, Kashyap, for such a beautiful story on kindness again. Thank you.
Thank you.
So Kashyap, that was a really wonderful story. So now we have a wonderful storyteller, Abhiram. So Abhiram, all the best for your story.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Saket Abhiram. I am studying in 5th class, KV Boinpalli, Hyderabad. Today, I am going to narrate a story named Forgiveness Turns Foes to Friends. The core value is we should never feel jealous of our friends. Rather, try to grasp those qualities in yourself. Let us start the story. Once there was a girl named Srihita. She lived in a small town along with her parents. She was intelligent and obedient girl. She was very kind to everyone. Everyone loved her so much. But this thing caused jealousy in many other girls who wanted to be like Srihita. Asmita was Srihita's classmate. She was not at all good at studies and always wanted to play during school hours. She misbehaved with her parents, bullied her classmates, and also irritated Srihita. She was not a girl. She always tried to put Srihita down and let her down before other kids in the class. But in spite of all this, Srihita's grades kept getting better and better, whether in sports or in studies or from other classmates. Srihita got appraisal from everyone. It was her birthday. She got a nice pen as a gift from her father. So she brought the pen to the school the next day, so she could use it. Asmita saw very jealous of Srihita. She asked, "Hey Srihita, where did you get this pen? Did you buy it?" "No, my parents gifted me on my birthday," replied Srihita. Asmita was very jealous of Srihita because she never get any present from her parents. So she decided to steal Srihita's pen. During recess, when no one was there in the class, Asmita opened Srihita's bag and took the pen from her pencil box and kept the pen in her bag. And she went to have her lunch. When Srihita came back, she could not find her pen. She informed the class teacher about it. The class teacher ordered class monitor to check the bag of every student. The missing pen was found in Asmita's bag. The teacher got angry with her. She had tears in her eyes. She couldn't say anything. When Srihita saw Asmita was crying, Srihita took pity on him. The kind girl had no ill feelings against her classmates. She asked the class teacher to do not take any action against Asmita. This incident brought change in Asmita. Now she can see what a good girl Srihita was. She asked forgiveness from her teacher and Srihita. Now Asmita and Srihita were friends, and gradually Asmita changed herself as good as Srihita. Now everyone began to love them so much. Now Srihita was very proud of her new friend. Despite of being hurt, Srihita gave her love. But this is the way how to treat our enemies. Our good behavior may change the heart of our enemies and make them our friends. Moral: forgiveness is the virtue of mighty. Forgiveness fills life in dead relations. The credits of the story goes to YouTube Bluebell's channel. Thank you for giving this opportunity to Story Pond.
That was wonderful. Hey Abhiram, I liked your story so much. See, Balu the bear also. Balu, see now, what Abhiram told is very right? You should not steal anybody things. And if you steal something or if you do something wrong, you should also accept it so that everybody will forgive you. Did you understand? Okay. That was a wonderful story, Abhiram. Thank you so much. And you played so well with the props. That was beautiful. Thank you so much.
Okay, so next we have another storyteller, Prisha. Hi, Prisha.
Hi.
So what do you have for us today?
Yeah. My name is Prisha and I'm from grade 8, and today I am going to say an abridged version of Wonder by R.J. Palacio, which I have written in the poem format, and also these are some illustrations made by me. There was once a special boy named Augie, and why he was special is this story. Augie was born with a genetic disorder, which made him look like some kind of monster. When he was small, he had countless surgeries and had to be fed through tubes in his arteries. When he became 10, his mother and father said, "Not anymore can you be homeschooled or hand fed. You must go to school despite what the other kids say. Only then can you be treated in a normal way." So off Augie went to a school called Beecher Prep, where he made friends like Jack, Summer, and Charlotte. But he made enemies too, for Julian and his friends hated Augie, his looks especially, to no end. When Halloween came, Augie was very excited to go with his face covered and be virtually unsighted. But that day went fully completely wrong, as he heard Jack badmouthing him with Julian's throng. Augie was upset, for he felt betrayed by his friends, but true pals do come back to each other in the end, and so did Jack and Augie, for they'd be at each other's side, no matter how either looked on the outside. But let us leave Augie behind for a period and turn our attention to his sister, Olivia, who entered high school for the first time alone and was facing a few troubles of her own. Her two best friends had apparently deserted her. They were the only ones who had comforted her. In her theatre partner, Justin, she found some solace. He was the only one who wouldn't look at Augie with distaste. Now, Augie and his friends were preparing for a nature trip. This was something he just didn't want to skip. Augie was both excited and a bit scared. It was the first time he would sleep away from his own bed. On the trip, Augie and Jack had so much fun, from playing board games to trekking in the sun. On their last day there, they had a movie night. But Jack and Augie ventured into the woods by the campsite. They encountered some 7th graders who were horribly mean. They called Augie names. There was no one to intervene. There was pushing and fighting and quite a feud. But some others had come. They were rescued. They were Julian's friends. That was such a surprise. It showed that even in the hearts of bullies, goodness lies. They protected Augie. It was an unspoken pact. No one could hurt him. He was not to be attacked. When they got back home, Augie was loved. No longer for his looks was he hated or judged. Augie got an award for kindness at his graduation ceremony, and his mother said, "Augie, you are a wonder to me." Julian also realized how cruel he had been. Julian also realized how cruel he had been. He had not known the world as Augie had seen. He wrote a remorseful letter, for he was good at heart. He became a new person, had a fresh start. So friends, no matter how we look or speak, we are all humans. Only love and kindness we seek. So when given the choice, choose kind over right. Be a sun and make everyone's life bright. The story is not just ours, but Augie's as well. Inside all of us does an Augie dwell. Thank you, and I want to thank Rohini Auntie for giving us this opportunity.
That was really, you really moved me, Prisha. That was such a touching story. Really, we have to look. You have emphasized on the concept that it's not the look, it's not the appearance, it is the heart and the soul that resides inside everyone. And I'm so happy to see such a beautiful story from you at such a tender age. Beautiful thought processing. That was wonderful, Prisha. I'm really moved today. You made me emotional. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Auntie.
Thank you so much, dear.
Wow, that was amazing, Prisha. So next we have Vanya. So hello, Vanya.
Hello, ma'am.
Okay, so are you ready to narrate your story?
Yes, ma'am, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. My name is Vanya Bajoria. I love to read stories, specially written by my brother, Vivan Bajoria. He is a student of Anupama Dalmia Auntie. Anupama Dalmia Auntie has lots and lots of subscribers and viewers. When I grow up, I want to be like her. Today's story's title is Kindness is the Key to Happiness. It's written by my brother. So let's begin. Not everyone in this world is born with a silver spoon in their mouth. Some kids get everything easily and some need to struggle hard to earn. A few days back, while I was in my car going home, I saw little kids begging for food near a temple. I was feeling bad and sad for those kids. I went home and asked my mom, Mom, can I go out? She said, Okay, sure, honey. But I was in a mood to play with those kids, but their mother and father were very poor. They didn't have any toys. So I was there and asked them that what happened? Why are you begging for food near a temple? They told, I have no money or food or clothes. Please help us. Yes, I'll help you. Let me call my parents. I called my parents and told them everything what happened yesterday. And then they felt bad too. I went to a store and bought a lot of stuff like shoes, clothes, food, and toys for those kids. And one day I went near the temple where they were last seen, but I could not find them anywhere. This continued for many days. When I was walking by my house, I saw those kids near the temple and I asked them, Here you go, the stuff I brought for you. And they were so happy that they got a lot of new stuff. They were very, very happy and they were dancing in joy with their clothes and shoes on. I was happy to see them happy. After I went to my apartment with a smile. Thank you.
That was so sweet. That was so sweet, Vanya. How beautifully have you described sharing and caring through your story. That was really wonderful, dear. Yes, every one of us has to have or inculcate that particular habit of sharing and caring. Especially we have to inculcate that habit in children since their childhood, because there are so many children who are deprived of love, affection, caring, and even basic necessities. So in case if we can help them out through love, through contributing a little part of what we have, and the happiness that we see, the smile that we see on their faces at that point of time is really priceless. Thank you so much, Vanya, for sharing such a wonderful story. And as you have reminded about Anupama Dalmia, I'm also a student of hers. Thank you so much for reminding me of Anupama. She was supposed to be in this show today, but I don't know. She was little unwell yesterday, so probably she will be watching it later. Thank you so much, Vanya. So what do we have next, Mridula?
Okay, so next I'm gonna welcome Akhila. So she's here with a wonderful story. Hello, Akhila.
Hello.
So are you ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hello everyone. My name is Akila. I'm studying 5th year in 4th Catholic Girls High School. I'm telling a story about kindness. Kindness never goes unrewarded. Kindness is a virtue that never goes to waste. Our society has many examples which prove this proverb. One such example is this story. Once a king had a slave. The king was cruel and unjust. He was selfish and strict. His slave did not like him due to his cruel behavior with him. The king used to tax. He gave little to him to eat. The slave had a miserable life. One day, he decided to run away and hiding nothing behind him. He danced with a sweat of fear. He could not move. The lion growled again. Thus, he realized the pain in the lion's voice. He turned back and see the lion. It has a thorn in its paw. And went near the lion. The lion did not change its expression. Slowly, the slave went near the lion and pulled out the thorn out of its paw. The lion roared, and the slave was about to run. Suddenly, a lion stood up, and suddenly a lion stood up and went out of the cave without hurting a slave. After a few days, Toast and brought him back to the king. The first in anger, he wanted to pray for disobedience. Forget his before hungry lion. The guards put the slave came near the slave and moving its tail and licked the slave's hands. The slave recognized the lion. It was the same lion that he was met in forest. The king was puzzled and asked the reason for the strange behavior of the lion with him. The slave told the whole story to the king. The king realized that an animal can be a friend through the kindness. He understood the power of kindness. He realized that he could win the people with kindness. He put the slave and the lion free. He became kind, and hence a king bear became a good king in the eyes of his people. Moral: kindness never goes unrewarded. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Akila. There was a slight disturbance from your end, but I could understand the moral of your story. That was good. And in case if we have time, I want you to recite it or narrate it once again at the end, in case if we have time. Okay, thank you so much, Akila. That was a beautiful story, dear. You tried well, and a very brilliant attempt, I can say. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so now we have Shrija to narrate another wonderful story. So Shrija, hi.
Hi.
Okay, so the screen is all yours. All the best.
Warm greetings to all of you. I'm K. Shrija. I'm going to narrate a story titled The Stars Rain Down. This story is about a little poor orphan girl who, despite being poor, helps the other poorer people. What happens to the orphan girl? Will she be rewarded? Well, let's see. Be all ears. The stars rain down. Once upon a time, there lived a little poor orphan girl. She was so poor that she had nowhere to sleep. One day, she met a poor old man who said to her, "Please give me a morsel of bread. For the love of God, I'm dying of hunger." The little orphan girl had only one piece of bread, but she was very generous, so she gave him the bread and went on a miserable way. Then, after walking for a while, she met a boy who was crying and saying, "I'm so cold. My head is so cold. Give me something to cover my head with." The little girl took off her cap and gave it to him. Then she walked on until she met another girl. This girl had no dress and nothing to cover herself with. The poor thing was weeping bitterly. Our friend took pity upon her, and so she gave her her own dress and said, "Here, it's wool. It'll keep you warm," with a warm smile hung on her face. And then she walked away. She walked on until she came to a deep, dark, dense forest. There she met another little girl, but this girl was quite naked and asked for the little vest the girl was wearing. The orphan girl thought to herself, "It'll be soon night time, so no one will see me." And so she took off her vest and gave it to her. It was the only thing left. The orphan girl prepared to spend the night. She was numb with cold, but still satisfied because she was able to help others who were less fortunate than her. And then she gazed upon the sky to see that there were stars that were nearer. "What pretty stars!" she exclaimed to herself. Then the stars came lower and lower and lower until they touched the soft hands of the orphan girl. And then a miracle happened. All those stars turned into sparkling gold coins. And that's how the orphan girl had finally received her award from heaven. For our Lord had been moved by her good deeds, and so sent her the gold coins as a reward, so that she would never ever be poor again and could go on doing good deeds to others. This is a story I read from the book called 365 Fairy Tales. Thank you.
That was brilliant. That was beautiful, Shrija. You really took me into a world of stars. I was, in fact, gazing at the sky when one would fall down upon me too. That was really beautiful, dear. Such a beautiful and exciting and enthralling story you have narrated. Beautiful. Thank you so
ma'am.
much. Thank you so much. And moving on, whom do we have next, Mrudula?
Yeah, so now I'm gonna welcome Anvedita. So she's gonna narrate another wonderful story. Hello, Anvedita.
Hello.
Okay,
Good evening, everyone. I am Anvedita, a sixth grader. My story for today is a woodcutter and a tiger. Surya, a woodcutter, cut wood and made his livelihood by cutting wood and selling it in the market. One bright afternoon, as Surya was cutting wood, he heard a wild roar. He got scared and hid behind a few bushes. He slowly peeked through to see which animal made that sound. To his surprise, it was a tiger moaning in pain. A thorn was stuck to its paw. Surya was a kind-hearted man, so he decided to go and help the tiger out. He slowly removed the thorn from the tiger's paw, and the tiger ran away into the forest. A few years later, as Surya was returning home from the forest at sunset, a thief dashed into him. In a hurry, the thief dropped a bag full of royal jewelry. Surya picked the bag full of royal jewelry to return it to the king and queen. At that moment, a few soldiers were running and catching the thief. They mistook Surya to be the thief and presented him in front of the king. The furious king said, "Let this boy be thrown into a hungry tiger's cage." Surya was shivering with eyes closed. The tiger at once pounced on him and started licking him. Everyone was surprised to see the tiger licking Surya. Then Surya realized, this is the same tiger I had helped a few years ago. He felt happy and hugged the tiger. Everyone was dumbstruck in the court. They all thought, what is happening? This was a very hungry tiger. I thought it would eat him. Then soon the king heard the story from Surya that he had helped the tiger, and he ordered to release Surya for being a kind and generous man. He also set the tiger free because it showed gratitude towards Surya. The struggle ends where gratitude begins. Thank you.
That was wonderful. That was wonderful, Anvedita. The struggle ends when gratitude begins. That was a beautiful notation to end the story with. And amazing. You have come up with an amazing style and appearance and attire. That was beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing your beautiful story here, Anvedita. Thank you.
Okay, so now here I present another storyteller who is Nabanita. Hello, Nabanita.
Hello. Hello everyone. My name is Nabanita and I'm 12 years old. Today I'm going to tell you the story of Pinku the squirrel. This story is about friendship and kindness. Pinku the squirrel loved keeping bets with her friend Tutu Parrot. But every time they would keep a bet, Pinku would lose. Like today. Ha ha ha! I won again. I know, it's all right, but I will surely win tomorrow. You see that every single time, but you lose every bet we keep. I know I tell that every time, but tomorrow I will surely win. Now, here you go. Take 5 of my nuts as I promised to you before. Pinku's friends always told her not to keep bets with Tutu Parrot, because she would always lose and she had to give him her nuts. Tutu Parrot had physical disabilities. One of his claws were damaged and one of his wings would not work. He had great difficulty in collecting food. Everyone in the jungle was very happy because the award for the kindest soul was to be announced. Everyone knew, like the last 2 years, Melody Sparrow would win the award again. On the day when the award was to be announced, the King Lion said, "Hello everyone, the award for the kindest soul goes to Melody Sparrow." Melody Sparrow came to the stage and took her award. And she said, "Thank you everyone for making me win this award. But I think this year, Pinku the squirrel should win the award." Everyone was shocked and gasped. Melody said, "I know you're shocked, but have you ever wondered why Pinku loses her bet against Tutu every single day? Such a quick and fast squirrel losing to a helpless parrot?" Everyone thought about it and agreed. In the distance, they saw Pinku and Tutu coming together to the stage. Pinku was helping Tutu reach the stage. Pinku came to the stage and told to everyone, "I used to keep bets with Tutu only to lose and give her my nuts because she had a hard time collecting food for herself." Everyone clapped and Pinku and Melody gave her award to Pinku. Everyone was happy again. The moral of the story is, in true friendship, sacrifice can be made. I took this story from Google and this story is written by Dr. Manjari Shukla.
That was a beautiful story. Even Balu the bear loved the story, Nabnita. See, he's clapping for you.
Thank you.
Nabnita Di, that was a pure story, lovely story. I also want to go and meet Pinku the squirrel today. That was really beautiful. Beautiful story, Nabnita. And your props were amazing. Very nice, very nice. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
And Mridula, before we get into the other story, can you check if anybody is out there waiting?
No, there's no waiting room enabled.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Maybe they clicked another link.
Okay. Thank you. So shall we move on?
Yeah. So next to narrate another wonderful story, we have Asmita here. Hello, Asmita.
Hello everyone. Today I'm Asmita Bose and I study in the 6th grade, and today I'm going to narrate a story named Bharat. So let's begin. Bharat was a small boy. He always told that he was a freedom fighter in his last life. And he always told that he had visions of wars in his sleep. But his parents didn't believe him. But his mother was little suspicious about it and took him to a doctor who investigated reincarnation and found out that he really was a freedom fighter in his last life, and he did really have visions. After some days, he started doing something towards Mother India. He couldn't control himself, and he always gave his pocket money to the um, to the poor Indians over in sitting in the footpaths. One day she told her mother to do something for the beggars sitting on the roads. But her mother told until and unless he grows a little, his mother won't do anything because this would affect his studies. And in 2021, when he had grew up a lot, he thought this was the correct time to do something for all the Indians. His first floor was empty, and he arranged for beds, free medicine, and food there. And he took collected people who didn't have place for isolation in their homes, and kept them and allowed them to stay in his house. Many people were cured in his house. They all thanked Bharat a lot. After some days, Bharat was infected himself, and he was in isolation. He couldn't help, and his parents continued his work, and they formed a group named after Bharat, and they continued his noble works. Bharat was infected, but he never forgot about them. He was infected by COVID, but he never forgot about them. One night, he really couldn't help himself. He had his chest ache and he died, but he held the Indian flag in his room and promised that every life he will help the Indians who struggled a lot for their freedom. And he promised that without doing all this, he will never be a proper human. Thank you.
That was really amazing. You touched me so much. You made me so emotional. Such a beautiful story. And Asmita, I would like to know whether this story has been adopted from somewhere or you have written it on your own as usual.
I have written it on my own as I love writing.
Beautiful. That was a beautiful take, Asmita. Beautiful. Thank you so much, dear.
Okay, so now I welcome our young storyteller Ekta to narrate a story. Hello, Ekta.
Hi.
Okay, so the screen is all yours. All the best.
Thank you. Hi all. My name is Ekta. Today I'm going to tell you a story. Gajapati Kulapati, written by Sri Ashokaraj Gopalan. Gajapati Kulapati was a big elephant. Gajapati Kulapati was a gentle elephant. One night it rained and Gajapati Kulapati got wet. Gajapati Kulapati caught a cold. Small noses catches small colds. Big noses catches big colds. And Gajapati Kulapati had a big nose, so he got a big cold. When the banana seller asked Gajapati Kulapati, "Do you want some bananas?" Gajapati Kulapati opened his mouth and said, "Achoo!" The bananas flew off of the banana seller's hand and fell on the postman's head. Whoosh! Pachak! The postman fell on a cow. Damal! The cow ran with her tail in the air. Wow! Gajapati Kulapati felt very, very sad. Gajapati Kulapati didn't like to hurt his friends. Gajapati Kulapati opened his mouth to say sorry. The banana seller ran as fast as he could. The postman ran as fast as he could. The cow ran as fast as she could. Gajapati Kulapati felt very, very sad. Gajapati Kulapati didn't like to hurt his friends. So Gajapati Kulapati hid behind a wall that he stayed all day. Everybody in the village now knew about Gajapati Kulapati's cold. Gajapati Kulapati has a cold, said the banana seller to the milkman. Gajapati Kulapati has a cold, said the milkman to the tailor. Hey, Gajapati Kulapati has a cold, said the tailor to the flower seller. Gajapati Kulapati has a cold, said the flower seller to the postman. I know. Gajapati Kulapati has a cold, shouted the postman. That night, a loud noise woke everyone up. Was it a dog? It got louder. Was it a lion? It got louder. Was it a thunder? It got louder. Was it a sky falling down? Achoo! It was the biggest sneeze anyone had heard. It was Gajapati Kulapati. With that sneeze, Gajapati Kulapati's cold disappeared. Next morning, he came out bright and cheerful. Everyone gathered to pat him. Then a wise old grandmother said, "Let's build him a house so he doesn't get wet in the rain again." So, the postman, the banana seller, the milkman, the tailor, and the flower seller built a house for Gajapati Kulapati. Gajapati Kulapati was the happiest elephant in the world. From that day, people heard achoo and achoo and achoo and achoo, but never achoo. Thank you all.
Oh, beautiful story, Ekta. Do you know who is he here waiting for you? It is Gajapati Kulapati has come. That was a beautiful story, dear. Thank you so much. How beautifully and how kind were the villagers to get Gajapati Kulapati a beautiful house to stay and protect himself from the heat and cold and rain, as we all do. Thank you so much. Thank you. And beautiful props that you have used. Excellent. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, so now Shaurya is gonna narrate a story. So hello, Shaurya.
Hello.
All the best for your story.
Hello everyone. First of all, I want to thank Rohini auntie for giving us this opportunity to tell a story. My name is Shaurya and I study in grade 4 from Delhi Public School, Hyderabad. The name of the story that I am going to be telling today is Squares Are Not Bad by Violet Salazar. So let's go. Here are the squares. They live all by themselves in Square Town. These are the circles. They live all by themselves in Circle Town. Here are the triangles. They live all by themselves in the Triangle Town. These are the rectangles. They live all by themselves in Rectangle Town. Now all the squares and circles and triangles and rectangles were very happy. But one thing they didn't like. The squares do not like the circles. The circles do not like the triangles. The triangles do not like the rectangles. The rectangles do not like the squares. They didn't like each other. They do not like anyone but themselves. They think others are stupid and lazy and mean and bad. If
they ever happened to see each other, they would turn away their faces angrily. Say this. If you want to be smart and beautiful and good, then you should have four sides exactly the same size. If you don't have four sides exactly the same size, then you are stupid and ugly and bad, bad, bad. The circles say this. If you want to be smart and beautiful and good, then you should be very, very round. If you are not very, very round, then you are stupid and ugly and bad, bad, bad. The triangles say this. If you want to be smart and beautiful and good, then you should have three and only three sides. If you don't have only three sides, then you are stupid and ugly and bad, bad, bad. The rectangles say this. If you want to be smart and beautiful and good, then you should have two long sides exactly the same. If you don't, and two short sides exactly the same. If you don't have two long sides exactly the same and two short sides exactly the same, then you are stupid and ugly and bad, bad, bad. One beautiful summer's day, all the squares and circles and triangles and rectangles went out to play, but not together. The circles were playing on top of a hill. While they were playing, a horrible thing happened. Some little circles slipped and went rolling down the hill, right into where the little rectangles were playing. The rectangles became very angry. They thought the circles were very bad to roll into the rectangle's very own playground. They called the circles bad names and threw rocks at them. The circles were frightened. Squares and triangles heard the yelling and the crying. They ran as fast as they could see what was happening. And they started yelling and throwing stones as well. There was more and more noise and more crying. It was terrible. At last, one of the rectangles became so angry that he leaped into the air and came down right on top of the circles. Oh, wonder of wonders! Everyone was absolutely quiet. No one said a word. They looked and looked and looked. The rectangle and circles had made a wagon, a lovely, beautiful wagon. And then everyone became very excited. They all wanted to make something. The squares and circles made a train. A rectangle made a funnel. Some tiny circles made smoke. Triangles and rectangles made trees, big and small trees. They made things that were pretty. They made things that were fun. They all worked together and made a lovely house. Everyone had a wonderful, marvelous, beautiful time. When it was time to go home, they all sang a little song. We are glad, 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 being different is not bad. And they sang it over and over all the way. So this story shows us that all of us are different and have our own unique abilities and qualities. But we can all live together in love and harmony. Thank you.
First of all, I would like to clap for all the hard work that you have put in for such a beautiful creation of the story that you showed us through pictures. That was amazing, Shaurya. Beautifully conveyed the message that yes, everybody is unique in their own abilities, but still together, if we come together and live in peace and harmony and love, that's really wonderful. Such a beautiful concept and beautiful props. It was spellbounding, I can say. Beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing a story with us, Shaurya.
Thank you so much.
So now I would like to welcome Ishan, who is here to narrate a story. Hello, Ishan.
Hi, hello. Hello everyone. I am Ishan from Delhi Public School, 4th grade. Today I am going to tell you the story of the octopus in trouble. Once upon a time there was a shy and quiet octopus. Altogether he wanted to make friends with everyone, he was too self-conscious. One day, he was trying to catch a slippery oyster. He tied himself a massive knot and he couldn't free him. Then he had to ask help from the passing fish. Then everyone ignored. But one very kind little fish offered help to untie all those tentacles from all those suckers. He felt heartily relieved when he was set free. He was so shy that he didn't dare talk to the fish. He said thank you and swam off. He spent the whole night thinking that he missed the great opportunity. A couple of days later, the octopus was resting in the rocks. Everyone was hurriedly swimming. When he saw the big fish was chasing the small fish, then he remembered the little fish who had helped him, and without hesitating, he helped the little fish by throwing the biggest jet of ink ever in his life. Then he took the little fish and swam off back to the rocks. When he came closer to gobble them down, he felt a terrible itch. First in his gills, then in his fins, then all over his body. Then it seems like the big fish had a very artistic nature. He adored colors. He went away irritated all over. When he went away, all the fish who had been hiding came and congratulated the octopus for being so brave. Then the little fish told them how he had helped the octopus couple of days later. The little fish did not know the octopus would help in return. Then everyone was keen to be such brave and honorable octopus. Thank you. The source of the story is from freestoriesforkids.com.
That was a cute little story narrated by you, Ishan. So sweet. Yes, kindness, gratitude, helping others who have helped you in your past, or helping others when necessary during appropriate time is always very important. I'm really super excited, and I don't know whether I will be able to move out of this situation or not for a couple of days, because kids speaking so well, narrating so beautifully, and sharing their thoughts so very well. I'm so overwhelmed with all these kind of positive energies that you are showering today. Thank you so much, Ishan, for a wonderful story.
Thank you. Yes, so now we have Saransh, who is going to narrate another wonderful story. Hello, Saransh.
Hello.
Yeah, the screen is all yours. All the best.
Ma'am, video?
Yeah, you can on your video.
It is cannot on.
Just log out once and come back again, Saransh, if you can.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, we will wait for a few seconds. In the meantime, I would like to share a very important friend of mine here, who is a founder of League of Little Legends. Sridevi Srinivasan, are you here?
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
Yeah, please, Sridevi, can you turn on your video once and share your thoughts with us?
Yeah. It's really amazing to watch everyone, Rohini. Thank you for this event, and it's really amazing to watch each and every one of them performing. And so many wonderful stories with a poem, with props. They use their props. They talk, with a different variety, tonal variety. They use wonderful stories, and it's really amazing to listen to each and every one of them. Thank you for this initiative, Rohini. I'm really enjoying this. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for taking your precious time and being a part of this event, Sridevi. I'm really happy for you. Thank you so much. Yeah. And moving on to Saransh, if you're back again.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, can you turn on? Yes, that's great. Yes, you can start your story.
My name is, hi everyone. Good evening everyone. My name is Saran Srinivas Bacha. I am studying in 5th class. I am going to tell a story all about the needle tree. Once upon a time, there lived two brothers. The elder one means to the younger one. He eat his food, steal his dessert, and beat him. One cold and winter day, the elder brother went to the forest to gather the firewood. When he gathered enough, he decided to go to the market and sell it to get some money to buy his favorite pudding. After he sold his wood and eaten his pudding, he made his way back to the forest. Back way, he hacked at the tree branches carelessly. Even though he had enough food for the house, but he hacked at the tree branches for his fun till he reached the golden tree. About to cut its branches, the tree spoke. "Don't cut my branches," the boy said. Oh, the boy said, "Why not?" The tree said, "If you don't cut my branches, I will give you some golden apples." The boy said, "Okay, D, give me some golden apples." The tree gave some golden apples. But the boy was really disappointed. He said, "What is this? Just these many apples? Give me more apples or you cut you down entirely." When he picked up his axe to cut the tree trunk, the tree poured hundreds of needles on the boy. The boy fell down. The boy fell down on the floor, unable to move, crying with pain. Back home, the younger brother waited for his elder brother to come back. It grew dark. The younger brother decided to go to the forest in search of his elder brother. When he found him, he sat beside him and lovingly and patiently he removed each needle from his body and said, "You will be fine, brother. You will be fine soon, brother." The elder brother said, "Thank you, brother, and I am sorry. I troubled you a lot. I promise I will take care of you and never ever harm you." Noticing the true change in brother's voice and heart, the tree gave more apples to the boys. The boy for them to leave them forever. The moral of the story is we should be happy in what we get. Thank you, everyone. Stay home, stay safe.
Thank you so much, Saransh. That was a cute little story. Yes, we should feel happy. We should be happy with whatever we have. And we should always show our gratitude for every moment we are living. The very morning we get up and we breathe, we should always feel thankful. Say thanks to God, the Almighty, who has given us another day to live happily. Thank you so much for sharing a beautiful message, Saransh. And moving on next, whom do we have, Mridula?
Okay, so next we have Jayant. So Jayant, are you ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hi friends, my name is Jayant. I'm studying in Kendriya Vidyalaya.
Jayant, your voice is a little low. Could you increase your volume?
Jayant, your voice is not audible, dear.
You just try wearing headphones or increase your volume.
Hi friends, my name is Sri Jayant. I am studying in Kendriya Vidyalaya Tirumalagiri in 4th standard. I want to share a story about animals' gratitude. Once in a village there lived a farmer. Due to lack of rains, there was a poverty in the village. Many villagers went to other places in search of living, but this poor farmer did not want to leave the land, as it is where their ancestors lived. But his wife made him understand that two kids are dying out of hunger. On his way, he saw a big pit where in the pit there were a man, monkey, a tiger, and snake were inside it. They were trying too hard to come out of it. Farmer thinks for a while and helped all to pit and come out of the pit and continues. While though he tried hard, he could not find any job for him and returned back. He started returning back. While he crossed the pit, there was a monkey with lots of grapes in its hand. Monkey said, "You look so tired and hungry. Please take some grapes and fill your hunger." Farmer took the grapes and ate them and thanked Monkey. After a while, he saw the tiger. Tiger said, "My humble lord, I can understand your poverty. I have so much of gold and diamond with me. Later, whatever is necessary for you." Since he could not refuse, he took some jewelry and continued. He remembered the man, the goldsmith, who he helped, and took the gold to him. On seeing the gold, he understood that it belonged to the royal family. If I take this to king, I can make more money. The man said, "I will be back in few minutes." And man brought the palace guards and said, "This farmer is a thief. He theft golden jewelry. He theft golden jewelry. Golden jewelry. Golden jewelry." Palace guards punished farmer and took him to jail. Farmer worried. What world is this? The man did not want the gratitude what tiger and monkey had. Then the snake appeared and tell what how can I help you? Snake said, "Please." Farmer narrated the whole incident. Snake said, "Please listen to me carefully. I will go and buy. Seems like I will make it possible only if you go and touch her she can cure and you can be released." snake did what it said, though all the royal doctors treated, she could not get cured. Farmer informed the guards that he can cure the queen. Cured the queen. The queen king allowed him to treat. Farmer thought of snake in his wholehearted and touched the queen's legs. Queen got cured. Farmer proved him that he is innocent and mad. The king punished dweller. King gifted the farmer with lots of gold and jewelry. Now he started returning back. Moral: being ungrateful to the person and thankfulness who he helped you in toughness.
Beautiful, Jayant. You have shown the picture so well, so nice, well narrated, and in between the snake modulation was so cute. What can I do for you? That was so cute. Thank you so much for sharing your story with us. Before going to another story, Devi, are you here? No, we don't have Devi here. Okay. Anuradha, are you here?
Yes.
Anuradha, can you just share your thoughts with us? Anuradha is a storyteller by profession, and she's an amazing storyteller and also a member of HISTA, that is Hyderabad Storytellers Association. I would like to hear a few words from you, Anuradha.
Rohini, it is wonderful. This afternoon, you made us really very happy because so many children connected, and the way they are narrating, they are so confident, they are so excited, and they understand what they are telling everybody. Everybody made great effort, all the parents involved, and most of them made props. Few of them came in attire, and they came up with beautiful drawings and paintings and poems. It's so beautiful, and the confidence that everybody has is excellent. I'm really, really happy for this initiative. Congratulations, Rohini and Mridula. I am very, very happy this afternoon. Thank you for making our Saturday special.
Thank you so much for your kind and sweet words. Yeah, thanks a lot. So moving on to the next storyteller, who is that, Mridula?
Okay, so now we have Sri Saket to narrate another story. So hello, Sri Saket.
Hi all, my name is Sri Saket Tangela. Today I am going to narrate a story named Heart of Gold. So this is a true story. This story was heard by Sudha Murthy in one of her visits to US. This happened in one of the biggest cities in the world, New York. In deep winter, near the signal, there were a mother and a child with a begging bowl, and the child was thin, sick-looking, and was holding a placard. And the placard says that I have cancer and please help me. So there was a policeman. At the time, one policeman was passing by. That policeman saw these unfortunate mother and child and took out the purse and saw a bundle of notes which he just drew from the bank. He got the money as a bonus for the excellent work he has done. So he thought for a while about the promises he had done for the wife, to the wife and the child he was having, and thought to and was strongly wanted and strongly wanted to help the unfortunate mother and child. He gave all the money which he drew from the bank and went home. After that, his child came to him, and after coming to home, his child came to him and hugged him and asked about the presents which he has promised to bring after getting the bonus. The father was very sad and sat on the couch. Then his wife came with a hot cup of coffee and asked him what had happened. He narrated the whole incident to her. After that, the child questioned his father that, "Father, those child and mother can also cheat you." So after hearing to those words, the child is indeed looking very sick and needed a help. And cancer is not that easy disease which a person can be saved, and it is all and he told his son that the family was having a warm house, a caring mother and a father, and everything they have for their basic needs. But those poor people don't have anything like this. So he helped those people. He justified his deed. After some days, the son has observed the newspaper that a mother and a child were arrested because they were cheating many people that the child has a cancer. So after seeing that, the child runningly came to his mother and told her about the news in the newspaper. After some time, his father came home. After coming home, he immediately the son immediately went to his father and told about the news in the newspaper. After telling, the father was was very silent after hearing that news. After that, the child asked his father, "Why are you so sad looking?" The father told to his son that, I am happy because the child is not having cancer." And after some time, again the child asked the same question. The father again replied that, "I am happy because the child is not having the cancer." After hearing the whole conversation, the child's mother came with a hot mug of coffee and told the child, "See your father, that he is not even sad because the great bonus he has got is gone, but he is happy because the child is not having cancer." We need to learn from the father that help people and do not expect anything in return. Thank you.
That was really a wonderful message that you have conveyed through your story, Saket. That is really true. There are so many children, in fact, suffering from that deadly disease called cancer. But the only thing to survive cancer is to fight against it. We have to be brave enough. And may God bless those little innocent souls and protect from this kind of diseases and let them have a happy life. Before going on to the next story, the last but one story, we have Soumya Goel with us. Soumya, are you here?
Yes, hi Rohini, I'm very
Hello,
much here.
hello, Soumya. Soumya is a founder of WEQIP, that is the Emotional Wellness Platform. She's a child psychologist also, who takes conducts lots of sessions for children and their emotional well-being and wellness. Soumya, can you share your feedback, your thoughts on this event?
Rohini, I mean, the last past, almost 1.5 hours have been an absolute treat for me. I mean, the lessons with these children are teaching us. I think the elders need it more than, anybody else. So I mean, they're full of energy, enthusiasm, and it's really an honor to be, an audience to such children. So kudos to your efforts, Rohini, and it's been an absolute pleasure and a treat to be here. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Soumya. I'm glad that you're a part of this and your children are also a part of my event.
Oh, they absolutely enjoyed. I mean, we had the ball, yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And so we are going to move to the next session. Who is that?
Okay, so now here we have a great writer, Jayasmita, who is going to narrate a story. Hello, Jayasmita.
Hello. Hello everyone, my name is Jayasmita Bose and I'm going to narrate a story which is self-written, and the name of my story is Friends Are Hard to Find and Forget. So let's begin. In a small village called Garanagar lived a very cheerful girl. Her name was Durga. She was very bright, cheerful, friendly, loving and caring. She had many friends, and one day her friends and she was playing in her village. They were playing and suddenly they were interrupted by a girl. The girl introduced herself. Hello everyone, my name is Pooja and I am new in this village. My father is a zamindar. Can you kindly befriend me? At first, everyone was a little startled, but then they liked her. She was very cute and friendly, so they befriended her. And guess what? Durga and Pooja became best friends. They became soulmates. They spent a lot of quality time together. They were loitering here and there, sometimes stealing fruits from the orchard of the village. They also sang songs, dipping their legs in the stream of their village. One day, when everyone had gathered in the evening for playing, Pooja was delaying a lot. As her father was a zamindar, a message was sent to her villa, and a horrifying news came. The messenger said that Pooja had tuberculosis and her health was deteriorating. That's why she had to leave and rushed to Kolkata immediately for cure. Months had passed and her health was deteriorating. A very sad news came that Pooja had left this earth forever. Durga was completely horrified. She felt that she could not live anymore. She did not speak anymore and she did not eat food. Her parents started worrying. The talkative girl was not speaking at all. She was not eating at all. Durga decided that she did not want to worry her parents anymore. She started talking a little and she started eating. Gradually, she became normal and came back to her normal life. It was not that she forgot Pooja, but it was just that she did not speak about her. Years had passed. They were playing together in the village when suddenly they were interrupted by a girl. The girl said, "Hello everyone, my name is Pooja and I am new in this village. Can you befriend me?" Durga was completely horrified and awestruck. For a moment, she thought Pooja had come back because this girl looked exactly like Pooja. But it was not possible because this girl was the age that Pooja would be if she lived that till date. Then slowly and eventually, this new Pooja and Durga became best friends. They were always spending time together and Durga came back to normal. She had no sadness in her. She now thought that Pooja had come back and as if nothing had gone away.
This new puja took the place of the older puja. Because Durga craved from the bottom of her heart for puja to come back, puja did come back, but in a very mysterious way. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Hope you liked it. Thank you, story.
That was a terrific story, Jayasmita. For your age, the story shows the maturity, that the thought process, the level of thinking of your mind and all. That was an amazing story. Thank you so much, dear, for sharing such a wonderful story. And before actually ending this, I have Akhila, who has narrated previously, but due to some internet interruptions, she wants to narrate it again. Akhila, are you ready? So please
Yes.
turn on your video, dear. Unmute yourself, Akhila.
Okay. Hello everyone, my name is Akila. I'm studying 5th year from 4th Catholic Girls High School. I'm telling one story about kindness. Kindness never goes unrewarded story. Kindness is a virtue that never goes to waste. Our society has many examples which prove this proverb. One such example is this story. Once a king had a slave. The king was cruel and unjust. He was selfish and strict. His slave did not like him due to his cruel behavior with him. The king used to give heavy punishment for slight mistakes. Thus, the king he gave little to him to eat. The slave had a miserable life. One day, he decided to run away. In the morning, he ran to the forest and hid in the cave. Sitting in the cave and thinking of his fate, when he heard growl sound behind him, an idea hit his mind. A lion was sitting behind him. He drenched with the sweat of fear. He could not move. The lion growled again. The slave realized the pain in the lion's voice. He turned back and see the lion. It has a thorn in its paw. The lion was looking at him with strange eyes. The slave took courage and went near the lion. The lion did not change its expression. Slowly he went near the lion and pulled out the thorn out of its paw. The lion roared and the slave about to run. Suddenly the lion stood up and went out of the cave without hurting the slave. The lion turned back in the opening of the cave and see the slave with a thankful eyes and went away. After a few days, the soldiers of the king captured the slave and brought him back to the king. The king was furious in anger and he wanted to punish the slave for his disobedience. The king ordered the guards that put the slave before the hungry lion. The soldiers put the slave before the hungry lion. The lion came near, moving its tail, and licked the slave's hands. The slave recognized the lion. It was the same lion that he was met in the forest. The king was puzzled and asked the slave reason for the strange behavior of the lion with him. The slave told the whole story. The king realized that an animal can be a friend through the kindness. He understood the power of kindness. He realized that he could win the people with kindness. He set the lion and the slave free. He became kind, and hence a king became a good king in the eyes of his people. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Akhila, for such a beautiful story and sharing it with us again. Thanks to your patience, dear. And that is the end of the story session that we had today. That was really great, spellbounding. I'm really so happy and so excited and still in the trance. And I think I keep dreaming all these stories tonight as well. Thank you so much for taking your precious time and being a part of this event. Thanks to all the little kids, to all the parents who have encouraged the kids, taken time to prepare stories, and for those beautiful props, for beautiful attires and all those things. Thank you so much, parents. Thank you, kids, and thank you so much, Mridula, for being a co-host and helping me from behind the screen. Thanks a lot, dear. And so, bye-bye. See you next time with some other events, some other sessions. Till then, keep watching Story Pond. That was a lovely evening with all of you.
Thank you, Auntie. Bye, Auntie.
Bye, bye, dears. Bye, bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye, bye.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye, bye.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye, bye, Ekta.
Bye, Auntie. Bye.
Bye, bye.